Hello and welcome everyone. So we are back with Shivani ji this time, and I met her in the IMA gathering, and I'm so happy that I met her because she told me some amazing story about alternate space that she runs, and I would let her introduce herself. So Shivani ji, please tell us about yourself.
Hi Priyanka, thank you for inviting me
Mhm.
for this interview. And yeah, I'm Shibani Ghosh, and I met this beautiful lady Priyanka at one of the meeting there in Hyderabad. And once we met, ऐसा लगा कि हम बहुत दिनों से जानते हैं एक दूसरे को. And here we are again meeting virtually.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm Shibani Ghosh and I am from Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal, city of lakes, and born and brought up in Bhilai, education, everything in Bhilai,
Mhm.
and then got married in Bhopal. And from then till now, it's been 30 years I'm here in Bhopal.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Okay.
So Priyanka wants me to tell me about my work, my journey. So Priyanka, do you want me to start from the journey from where I have started this, and
Yeah,
then we can come?
अच्छा होगा if you can tell us about you know since we are crisp with the time we have here, so अगर आप बता सकते हैं कि ना how you started, थोड़ा सा introduction about how you started, and
Fine,
then a little bit about the museum school. Yeah.
fine, fine, fine. So it all happened that I was doing my B.Ed in the year 2004, 2005, and I did it very seriously, that course, because I wanted to become a teacher.
Uh-huh.
And to become a teacher you need that degree, so thought of doing the B.Ed.
Mm.
And then while doing my B.Ed, I found that actually the B.Ed course, the syllabus in that is actually very effective if it is being used properly in mainstream schools.
Mm.
But unfortunately it due to system and other things, it becomes difficult to use all those methods and skills in the mainstream school during the classes, 40 minutes classes.
Mm.
So I thought ki, in fact, my husband Pradeep Ghosh told me that are you going to join the mainstream school after
Mm.
completing B.Ed, or
Mm.
you want to do something different?
Mm.
तो आई थॉट कि डिग्री बीएड डिग्री लेने के बाद डिफरेंट क्या हो सकता है, मतलब व्हाट कैन बी अ डिफरेंट, इट्स अगेन बिकमिंग अ टीचर इन अ स्कूल. So
Correct.
he told, let us explore something different, so
Mm.
that your whatever you are learning and whatever this course is giving you, you can use properly in a proper place, in a proper platform.
Mm.
So what we did was that we explored different education, alternative education models in our country. So we, during this period, whenever I got time, we went to different we went to learn how the education alternative education models are working in different places. So we
Mm.
visited Aurobindo Ashram.
Mm.
We learned how they are doing their, how is their model. We went to Rishi Valley. We went to Guru Rabindranath Tagore's Shantiniketan,
Mm.
and few more where we saw and we learned that there, if you can use different alternative methods in education, then actually the education becomes interesting.
Mhm.
So when we came back to Bhopal, then we thought, what about here?
Mm.
We live in a not that metro city, but how can we do here?
Mhm.
And if you are aware about Bhopal, Bhopal is highly rich in museums.
Mm.
So, and museums have the mandate that it should be used as an education and learning center. But
Mhm.
again, unfortunately, that is being not used. Only people, only children come once a year or twice a year
Mm.
to have picnic and an excursion over there. That's all.
Mm.
So we thought, let us do something with the museums and make the museums as the learning centers for those children who are deprived of quality education. So that is how the thought came. And of course, the brainchild of this museum school is all about Pradeep Ghosh. I am the one who executed and implemented in our city. And that's how it began in the year 2005, 5th of September. So this year we completed 18 years. And the
Wow.
journey is long. Yeah.
I think
The journey is long.
it's very beautiful because it's so unique in its own way, Shivani. The first time you told me about this, I was like, wow, I was wowed with your story. Kyunki, see, you did your B.Ed like anyone, in the country does, and we all have dreams to change education, or but you did it like in the real life, and exploring different learning centers, bringing the learning into your city, because people always think if jab hum city chhod ke kahin jayenge, yeah, then only we can make a difference or something like that. But you proved everything otherwise. You brought things inside to your city, and you are uplifting people who do not get a normal education, because I think people who can pay can still learn from different schools, but children who do not get this opportunity, you are lifting them, and which makes it so beautiful. And then I think both of you, Pradeep ji and you, the way you look at kids, and your exploration is like, it's like your own learning journey, right? It's like you are
Definitely,
learning,
definitely.
and
Yes,
that
yes.
makes it, I think, so beautiful. So how does learning happen in the, like, just tell us, how does
Miss.
learning happen in the museum?
Fine,
Yeah.
fine, fine. So when we thought of this starting over here in Bhopal, we collaborated with 5 museums of Bhopal.
Hmm.
So all these museums have some subject based over there.
Hmm.
So first we landed up to one of the museums and we spoke to the director of the museums and we told them that this is what we are planning to start in this city.
Hmm.
And if you can give us the permission to start and in this museum of yours, then we'll be very happy. So he was very happy,
Hmm.
since museums are going to be used as a learning centers.
Hmm.
That is what the museum people also want.
Hmm.
So that is how it started. And so there are 5 museums: Regional Science Center, Tribal Museum,
Hmm.
Museum of Mankind, that is Manav Sangrahalaya,
Hmm.
Natural History Museum, and State Museum. These
Hmm.
are the 5 museums we collaborated with. And what we did was that we made our own module,
Hmm.
that at which level
Hmm.
of the child, this the particular age will start learning a particular topic. So that
Correct.
way we made our own modules,
Hmm.
and then we matched the museum exhibits
Hmm.
with the local board,
Hmm.
MP board, their
Hmm.
syllabus,
Hmm.
and every topic with every topic, so that when the teachers are taking the classes,
Hmm.
each topic
Hmm.
can be covered through that exhibits in which they will teach on the particular day. So if you see, Priyanka, if you go inside the museums and if you stand in front of any one exhibit,
Hmm.
you will find, and if you see it very minutely and deeply, each exhibit at least have 10 topics in it and of
Hmm.
different standards.
Hmm.
सो इट्स नॉट ओनली कि एक क्लास 3 का बच्चा और क्लास 4 का बच्चा ही सीख पाएगा या
Hmm.
क्लास 10th का बच्चा ही सीख पाएगा. If you want to use those exhibits in the way children understand, then each exhibit has from standard 3 to standard 10, 11,
Hmm.
they can be taught from one topic. So that is how we matched and divided the children into different levels. So let me
Hmm.
talk about the levels. So how we saw the levels is that
Hmm.
it's not about कि आपको ABCD आता है या नहीं, या आपको 1 2 3 4 आता है या नहीं, या लिखना पढ़ना आता नहीं. So
Hmm.
in our museum school, knowledge and literacy goes parallelly. I'm sorry.
Hmm. Take
So
some water, no, if you.
yeah.
Take.
Just one.
Yeah.
Very bad cold and cough going on, yeah. It's
Yeah, it's everywhere these days.
every. So we actually divided the level in the way that how much knowledge regarding anything when they enter inside the museum regarding anything कि बच्चा कितना कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट अगर दिखा रहे हैं या कोई भी ये अगर दिखा रहे हैं हम एग्जिबिट अगर दिखा रहे हैं तो एक बच्चे को पूछने के बाद या बच्चा अपनी तरफ से क्या पूछ रहा है सो उसमें भी समझ में आ जाता है कि हाउ मच द पर्टिकुलर चाइल्ड हैज ऑब्जर्व्ड a particular model or exhibit or anything related over there. So हमने जब ये चीज जब हमने एक्सप्लोर किया तो we saw that मतलब 7 साल का बच्चा ऐसे सवाल करता है जो शायद 14 साल का बच्चा भी नहीं करता होगा. So that is how the levels. तो आप हमारे म्यूजियम स्कूल विजिट करोगे तो आपको दिखेगा इनिशियली व्हेन वी स्टार्टेड तो आपको दिखेगा कि एक 7 साल का बच्चा, एक 9 साल का बच्चा है, 4 साल का बच्चा भी सेम ग्रुप में ही बैठा है.
Vertical.
Because the knowledge is almost the same. Level of knowledge is almost the same. So ऐसे फिर उनको डिवाइड किया जाता है. My teachers were being trained by the museum staff, the curators and the museum staff, so that when they're taking the class inside the museums, they know how to use the exhibits to teach the children. So that is actually the major factor, because we are the ones who are into the rote learning mechanism. क्योंकि हम सब में पढ़ के आए हैं तो हमें वही पता है कि एक बुक से निकाल के हमको कैसे पढ़ना है. But it's not that easy to explain from one of the exhibits and taking out different means how to teach from that particular exhibit means बच्चों के level पे जाके. So that is what is important, and that is what made the children interesting. यही चीज है जो बच्चों को इंटरेस्टिंग लगा, because if you read the same thing from this book, it सब कुछ आपको A4 size में ही मिलेगा. So even the elephant and the rat, both are into A4 size and एक ही जैसे दिख रहा है. But when you stand in front of an exhibit and you see the size of the elephant, actually we find कि कितना बड़ा है, and एक rat का size क्या होता है, एक वेल का साइज, एक वेल का जब साइज होता है वो उसके अंदर मतलब वो अपने अंदर कितने सारे एनिमल्स ले सकते हैं. पर आप बुक में देखोगे तो आपको सब कुछ वेल वैसा ही दिखेगा.
So important.
साइज का दिखेगा.
Such an interesting point you said.
Yeah, definitely yes. So that is how the classes were being conducted, and the teachers made the topic very interesting. Taking the classes while they were taking the classes, majorly what we do is that कि ऐसा नहीं है कि जाते ही टॉपिक शुरू कर देते हैं. बच्चों को ऑब्जर्व करने बोला जाता है कि ऑब्जर्व आपको यहाँ इसमें हर एक बच्चे का अलग ऑब्जर्वेशन होता है, एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. क्योंकि एक है थोपना कि मैं बता रही हूँ वो सुनो, क्योंकि अ टीचर सीज फ्रॉम अ टीचर्स एंगल. उनको अपने एंगल में दिखता है सब कुछ. ठीक है, एक बच्चा एंड एक बड़ा इंसान, दोनों के एंगल अलग अलग है. मैं किस एंगल से देख रही हूँ, मैं अगर एक ऑब्जेक्ट भी देख रही हूँ तो मेरा देखने का नजरिया अलग है और एक बच्चे का नजरिया अलग है. तो दैट इज व्हाट इज इम्पोर्टेंट कि गिव द चाइल्ड दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी, दैट चांस टू ऑब्जर्व व्हाट दे आर सेइंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ देम. मेरे लिए आई एम गिविंग अ वेरी स्मॉल एग्जांपल, जैसे हम लोग करते हैं, बाकी मैं और आऊंगी साइंस वगैरह में. बहुत छोटा सा एग्जांपल होता है कि हम लोग व्हेन वी वर इन द स्कूल वी वर बीइंग आस्क्ड टू राइट कंपोजिशन ऑन एसे ऑन रेनी सीजन, इफ यू रिमेम्बर. है ना, अब आपके समय भी होता था, मेरे समय में भी होता. माय फेवरेट लीडर, माय फेवरेट गेम, ये सब होता था.
correct, correct.
पर्टिकुलर वन टॉपिक
Hmm.
जिसपे हम लोग बात करते थे, and जो टीचर बता देते थे वो 10 पॉइंट्स जो हम लोग करते थे। ठीक है, वी यूज्ड टू फॉर रेनी सीजन, सो वर्षा ऋतु, हिंदी में जिसको वर्षा ऋतु कहा जाता है। तो हमारे लिए वर्षा ऋतु, चारों तरफ हरियाली होती है, नाव चला सकते हैं, खिड़की खोलो तो चारों तरफ ये दिखता है, मच्छर होता है। मे बी ये मेरा ऑब्जर्वेशन है, एक टीचर का ऑब्जर्वेशन है। बट व्हेन वी आस्क दिस चिल्ड्रन, हमने इनको पूछा आपके इसमें, इफ वी आर गिवन अ अपॉर्चुनिटी टू राइट ऑन वर्षा ऋतु, आप क्या बोलोगे, आप क्या लिखोगे? यू नो व्हाट दे सेड, दे टोल्ड कि वर्षा ऋतु से हम ये समझते कि हमारे कपड़े नहीं सूखते हैं, घर में पानी भर जाता है, हमारे यहाँ गंदा पानी आता है, हम पानी भरने नहीं जा पाते हैं, और घर के अंदर डैम्प रहता है। So see the Varsha Ritu, how they look at Varsha Ritu.
Correct, correct. With their own experience, they've connected it.
This
Right.
is their own experience. वर्षा ऋतु में हरियाली होती है आपके लिए और मेरे लिए,
Correct,
because
correct.
we enjoy
I
that.
know. In fact, that reminds me. So somebody was, I was doing this course on special education. I think I was in Chennai at that time. So one facilitator told us once the same story like you said now. So children were asked to write essay on beach. And these Indian kids, हमारे बच्चे थे. And so this child sees the picture in the book, which has these women wearing bikinis and children playing in the sand with waterproof, dresses, and playing with the sand toys. And the water is light blue in color. And so the child writes, when we go to the beach is dark blue in color. Women wear this, and that is nothing related to, no, you don't see beaches in India like that, especially in Chennai region and stuff. So then he had this completely different picture of how a beach looks because he has seen in the book or in the movies. So he doesn't know basically, or even if he knows, he's choosing to take the story from the book as it is, right? We like to reproduce, no, jo books mein hai, we don't relate to our own story.
Exactly.
So I was reminded of that it's so difficult to relate to our own life and
Exactly.
art. Yeah.
Exactly. And I believe that you should give opportunity. We believe that we should give opportunity to the children to observe and then let them come up with their opinion. So if you say that my favorite game, हमारे समय पे दो ही गेम हुआ करता था, या तो फुटबॉल या क्रिकेट, और हम उसी पे 10 सेंटेंस लिखते थे कि these are the 10 sentences as of now कि my favorite game. So, but my favorite game may be Kho-Kho, my favorite game may be Kabaddi, and I can write 50 lines on that.
Yeah, because
क्योंकि
we have
मैं उस
played
गेम
it.
के बारे में मैं उस गेम के बारे में बहुत अच्छे से जानती हूँ. Why should I write my favorite game as football, cricket? I don't like cricket. I don't like football. I like Kho-Kho. I like Kabaddi. So give the opportunity to the children. उनके यहाँ से मिले ना. हो सकता है कोई बच्चा बोले कि my favorite game is chess. कोई बच्चा बोले my favorite game is Ludo. Exactly. क्योंकि उसको मजा आता होगा उसको खेलने में. वो my favorite में भी कैरम, कुछ भी हो सकता है, but why it is my favorite game is only cricket. And so that is how the education should be. So this is what the language part जो मैंने आपसे बात करी. Subject based जब आया तो we collaborated with few B.Ed colleges also here in Bhopal, where the B.Ed students, it becomes sometimes difficult for the B.Ed students to get any school for the lesson plan classes, because schools have their own syllabus, their own timetable. So sometimes it becomes schools to give the permission for the lesson plan classes in their school. So what we opened the museum school platform for the B.Ed students also, and let them come and take the classes and do the lesson plan over there. So in one of the class in in science center, the classes was on, and one of the B.Ed student was teaching all about gravity. So gravitational force. So वो रखा भी था, एग्जिबिट भी था. तो एक बॉल था जो ऐसे ऊपर कर रहे थे एंड छोड़ दे रहे थे, वो नीचे आ रहा था. तो सो लॉ ऑफ मोशन जो था हमारा कि अर्थ हैज इट्स ओन ग्रेविटी, pulls everything towards itself, कि धरती में इतनी शक्ति होती है कि सारी चीज अपनी तरफ खींच लेती है. So the children who have never been to school and the dropout ones, जिनको पता भी नहीं है कि लिखते कैसे हैं, तो उनको पढ़ाया जा रहा था ये, because they were inside the museums. So one of the child, he stood up, who don't know how to write his name, even so he stood up and asked कि दीदी आप तो कह रहे हो कि धरती में इतनी शक्ति होती है कि सारी चीज अपनी तरफ खींच लेती है, तो फिर धुआं कैसे ऊपर जाता है? Look at the observation of the child, because that observation, that child has learned from his environment. कि उसने जो अपने एनवायरनमेंट में देखा है कि लकड़ी से चूल्हा जलता है तो मैं तो धुआं को हमेशा ऊपर ही जाते देखा है.
So beautiful.
मैंने तो कभी धुआं नीचे आते नहीं देखा है. These are the kind of questions that comes from, and इससे related कितने सारे questions आते हैं. Why does smoke go upwards? क्यों नीचे नहीं रहता है? तो कितने सारे टॉपिक आप सोचो, मतलब फिजिक्स की टॉपिक भी इसमें include हो जाएगा.
Open learning. It's an open learning system, isn't it? So there's nothing ki I can ask only this question in a physics class when this topic comes, or I can ask only this question in biology class when I'm learning about plants or environment. It's such an open environment. And like they say, no, it's all phenomena based learning. Everything is interrelated. Nothing is a standalone for that matter, right? But somehow we have taken everything in a very individual basis कि ये time पे ये पढ़ना. But incorporating something like looking at museum as a learning center, it itself is a beautiful idea, because जब हम जाते हैं, you see people in the museum, people are strolling around, right? It's like a shopping, it's like a window shopping. You're just walking past, and in fact, we went to Bangalore Vishweshwarya Museum.
Museum.
So much stuff.
Noise.
How do it's so noisy, first of all, especially if you walk there on a weekend. Or क्या बताओगे बच्चों को? You want to stand in every kiosk and try to explain every bit of the thing, but it's so difficult because you have people pushing you. And either people photos ले रहे हैं या selfie ले रहे हैं, and it's very difficult to capture. So Adi is interested in tools and cars, so we spent a lot of time. He wanted to see hydraulic ये वो, so he अच्छा, this works like this works like that, so he explored like that. But I was thinking it's very difficult, but putting the aspect that you are bringing, so amazing, because like you said, museums have amazing things, especially what you're reading in books. You can see the entire car structure, you can see the mechanism, you can rotate and see. And if I think in every city, I know schools ले जाते हैं बच्चों को, every school has, because many people tell me that अरे मैं बचपन में तो 10 बार गया हूँ ये museum, every time my school used to take me. But the idea that you are bringing, looking at it as an educational learning center, and connecting it with the curriculum, so that what you are reading, you're able to see that right there. I think that makes it very beautiful. So I also wanted, please बोलिए.
Yeah. So it happens that even if these children are being mainstreamed, when they go through such topics in the school also, so they are able to explain in the class so fluently that मतलब उनको कहीं पे भी नहीं अटकते हैं, and concept different तरीके से समझाते हैं. It's not कि जो book में लिखा है, they come to the same topic, to the same sentence, but explaining in the school, in the class, in a conceptual way. So वो पूरा concept समझाते हैं. And the teachers also, पहले तो teachers लोग को बहुत दिक्कत होता था, mainstream schools के teachers को, कि don't send them to they called us as a bus wali school. So don't send, so don't send the children to the bus wali school, because ये सवाल बहुत करते हैं. So that was the problem with the mainstream schools कि सवाल बहुत करने लगे हैं बच्चे, and ये सवाल
तो जो गवर्नमेंट स्कूल के बच्चे आ रहे थे आपके पास, these children were going and asking questions.
See what happened. We started with the rack picker children, जो rack picker colony है, but children who have never been to school, the dropout ones. But you must be aware of that in the year 2008, when right to education RTE came into existence, and when the survey was done by the government that each child from every community has to be enrolled in one or the other schools, in either the government schools or something in their community, private schools in their own community. So वो सब भर भर लिया कि ये बच्चा भी जा रहा है, ये बच्चा भी जा रहा है, एवरीवन इज गोइंग स्कूल, वी नो आल्सो एवरीवन इज गोइंग स्कूल, सब बच्चा जा रहा है स्कूल, बट हमें ये नहीं पता कि वो बच्चा स्कूल जाके वो क्या कर रहा है और क्या सीख रहा है. बट हमारे यहाँ क्या है, द चिल्ड्रेन इवन दे आर एनरोल्ड इन द मेन स्ट्रीम स्कूल, they run away from the mainstream school to come to museum school. So that is the, yeah, that is the uh, kind of education, that is the kind of interest they have, they get when they come to museum school. See, schools have got different rules कि तुम नहीं आओगे तो एग्जाम में बैठने नहीं देंगे, तुम नहीं आओगे तो फाइन देना पड़ेगा, तुम नहीं आओगे तो नेक्स्ट क्लास में जा. म्यूजियम स्कूल हैज गॉट नथिंग टू डू विद दैट, बिकॉज उनके पास कोई भी ऐसा चीज नहीं है जिससे हम बच्चों को खींच सकते हैं. म्यूजियम स्कूल हैज गॉट ओनली वन थिंग, that is making the education interesting for the children, so that these children run away and come to museum school in whatever conditions they are, when they are in their community. So that is what we made the education interesting for these children. कोई बंधन नहीं, कोई ये नहीं कि तुम नहीं आओगे तो कल से नहीं आ पाते, नहीं आ सकते, या तुमको निकाल दिया जाएगा, nothing like that.
I think
So this is how we,
this is what makes your the idea of putting all this thing together very unique. And I think, like you said, you didn't have anything else to offer, you just had learning, एक authentic learning available, and which I
interesting.
think,
Yeah,
and
interesting.
in fact, you gave a platform for kids to be curious and ask questions, and because you are stopped at every moment. And they say ki, teachers are somehow, like you mentioned in the beginning, the B.Ed curriculum in itself is quite interesting, but when it comes down to the school, it becomes something else, because of the system, because of the pressure, because of the complete idea of completion of syllabus, because the children have to write exam, and somehow children start looking at schools as a center, as a trauma center where they are going. So it's a very tasky thing to learn, I think, because children say कर लिया, खत्म कर लिया, पढ़ लिया. The way we articulate education, learning, it's very traumatic. It sounds very traumatic. Exam आएगा तो मैं पढ़ लूंगा. I don't have to learn right now. When the exams come, I will learn, and and this is what I noticed in my son also when he was going to school. He was using these words, and that used to really scare me, because I was like, Adi, why are you not reading? He would tell me कि mom, I know when exams will come, I know how to. इतना confident है कि exam आएगा तो एक दो दिन पहले.
Confident नहीं, children were being given education and are being taught just to pass the examination, that's all. क्या applied है, क्या सीख रहे हैं, क्या मतलब है education का, no one bothers.
Exactly.
I think it will come, जो नया NEP जो आया है, policy
that
जो
is very
introduce
interesting.
हुआ है, yeah, very interesting. Hope if it works, because all this has been included, that children should be given the opportunity to observe and then learn. If you have gone through the entire
I've not
NEP,
gone to the entire thing, but I've read here and there. And I really find interesting that they're also taking out a lot of things which were cumbersome.
And the vocational thing also is being.
I think that stress on vocational and skill building. I mean, I think we had a discussion with Pradeep Ji as well about the importance of skill building in youth. And it's so important because we always feel there's such a huge gap between what you learn and what are you going to pursue. Because the funniest thing is when young adults come after the college and tell you, "Ab kya kare?" Which is the funniest thing, actually, because now you've done 12 years or 16 years, and then again 3-4 years, and then you are like, now what I'm supposed to do? Because now you are being promoted from one grade to another. It was a comfort zone. You had a limited curriculum. You just had to cross this and go to another. In fact, many of the
Right.
kids after school, they feel lost. They feel like Alice in Wonderland. Where am I now? And what am I going to do? Because I haven't developed anything, right, to
Hmm.
get something out of those skills. And people might argue with
Hmm.
me and they
Hmm.
say ki,
Hmm.
college degree doesn't assure that you get a job. But I think that should be the
Job.
purpose. That should be the purpose.
Right.
You should be able to
Right.
build something, or at least if one should be able to identify that, okay, this is what I am going to do. I think
Ha. Ha.
it's
Ha.
fine, right? So, Shwani ji,
Definitely.
we'll wrap up with some good thoughts from you. And so, how can people learn more from your museum school, parents or educators, and anybody? I mean, how can they start learning wherever they are? How can they start using their
See,
museum?
what
Yeah.
what we can do is that
Hmm.
if there are people around and they want to know about museum school and how we do, so
Hmm.
they can connect with us whenever the classes are on inside the museums.
Hmm.
We can either we can make a video and can send to them that
Hmm.
this is how we are conducting the classes,
Hmm.
or if they want to see the live
Hmm.
classes,
Hmm.
how we are conducting the classes inside the museums when we are there on a particular topic, so they can do that also. And if they want to start in their own city, something like that, so we are there to handhold them and
Hmm.
tell them, train them that this is how you can also start in your own city.
Hmm.
If you have even if you don't have the museums, it's the nature based classes also,
Hmm.
so you can do that also. Through nature also you can learn many things, so that we can definitely do take the training, do the training for the parents as well
Hmm.
as the educators and others who want to uh, do something like this what we are doing in museum school. We are
Hmm.
definitely there to help them out and to know more about museum school.
Hmm.
You can definitely visit our website, our
Sure.
Facebook
So I
page,
will
where I
take your links and anything, any story that if you have somewhere, and I'll put all those links on the
sure,
YouTube
sure,
talk as well, and in the website as well, so that people who want to learn about more about this
definitely
can
yes.
go and get.
And
Mm,
yeah, Priyanka, just want to add one more thing that
mm,
with the education also, we do different skill training also for these children. So yeah,
sure. Mm,
so basically, our motive, the museum school motive, is to see these children getting education as well as they are learning some skill, so that if they wish to, when they are out from the museum school, if they wish to, they can take all these skills as a livelihood in future if they want to, and the children are doing also. The
that is so
children
beautiful. That is so
yeah,
beautiful.
have been passed out from the museum school,
Mm, mm.
have started something of their own, and they are the ones who are supporting their families through
Wow.
whatever they have learned. Yeah,
Wow. So
so
basically,
that is also
you have helped them develop livelihoods from whatever
yeah,
skills they have
yeah,
built, and
yeah,
now that is amazing.
yeah. Side by side, that also we have
So I
for
think
these
that it
children.
comes to a complete circle where it's not just that, so many times happen that, NGOs, what they do, they teach kids, but after some time, what happens that they are lost. They are not able to use something and make something out of it. So, but when you connect
Right.
these dots, because, they have learned in a different way, they have developed the skills, now they have learned to make a living out of it. And I think I will definitely explore those links if you can share, and I
Sure,
can learn
sure,
more about it
sure.
and share with people.
I'll do
Thank
so.
you so much, Shivani ji. It was such an
Thank you
interesting
so
thought,
much, Priyanka. Yeah. Thank you
learning.
so much. Thank you so much. I am sure the journey of 18 years is not possible in 18 minutes, but definitely, yes, I hope I could at least give some gist about
Uh,
what museum school
I
do.
think, like you said, it's not possible, but I think the window to your work and that spark that you have, the smiley face, and I'm sure that kids love to be with you and Pradeep ji, because
Yeah,
both of you are such a
yeah.
magnet for kids and learning, that I wish I could become small and come to Bhopal and learn with you. And
Come
I,
down whenever
Adi and I are
possible. Do
definitely
come down.
coming. I don't know, जब भी मौका
Sure,
मिलेगा,
sure,
we definitely come and be
sure,
with you.
sure.
But thank you so much
Yeah.
for being here, and
Thank
Thank you so much. Yeah,
Thank you so much, Priyanka. Thank you. Thank you. It was such a pleasure, and I'm sure that people will come to know more about museum school through this
absolutely,
video of yours
absolutely.
also.
And I will direct everyone to you.
Okay.
ठीक है.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you so much. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.